The General Grievous has been spotted on a number of occasions traveling to planet Nelvaan, deep in the Outer Rim territories.
The Nelvaanians hail from the frigid Outer Rim world of Nelvaan. The planet could boast a rotation period of 24 hours, and it took 349 days to orbit its sun. Several species of fauna, such as the Horax, which was a massive reptilian creature that sometimes was hunted for a young Nelvaanian's rite of passage, or the silt crawlers who burrowed dens to live, also lived alongside the Nelvaanians. The vast majority of Nelvaan's population is, of course, Nelvaanian, at around 96%, but there are some other species, including Skakoans as well. Nelvaanians, also referred to as Nelvaans, are the native inhabitants of the frigid planet Nelvaan in the Kubi system of the Outer Rim. A primitive people, they were easily victimized by the Techno-Union and the Separatists during the Clone Wars. Nelvaanians are a canine humanoid species with blue-green fur tipped with a black headcrest, long snouts, black eyes, and sharp teeth. As they age, their hair whitens, and their upright, pointed ears begin to fold down and back. During the Clone Wars, many of the species' males were genetically altered by the Techno-Union as part of a secret mutant warrior development project, becoming large, hulking versions of their former selves. Newer generations of males carry the genetic patterns of their altered forebears, and as a result are much larger than their female counterparts. For whatever reason, the genetic manipulation did not result in mutated females in subsequent generations. Nelvaanian religious beliefs are central to their simple, tribal culture. Life in the tribe is organized around the extended family and other closely related individuals. The strongest male Nelvaanians become warrior scouts and are responsible for hunting game and providing protection for the tribe from natural predators. Female Nelvaanians, however, have the most important role of all in their society. Not only are females the builders and gatherers among the Nelvaanians, managing the day-to-day life of the tribe, but they also must raise the clan's young. Motherhood is sacred to Nelvaanians, so much so that it forms the basis of their religious beliefs and is revered in all its forms. Regardless of gender, children are a treasured source of joy to all Nelvaanians. Great respect is paid to the elderly members of the tribe for their experience and wisdom. Typically, the tribal chief is one of the eldest members of the group, assuming this role following a long and productive life. The chief leads with the help of his or her bondmate, and is advised by a tribal shaman. All members of the tribe share communal duties and take part in ceremonies equally, so beyond experience and astuteness, no other special training is required for the role of chief. The responsibility is granted through a show of respect and deference rather than through a trial or other selection process. There is no competition for the position of tribal chief. An individual's ascension to the role is decided by the grace of the Great Mother and accepted without question by all members of the tribe. The responsibility of motherhood in Nelvaanian religious beliefs takes the form of worship of the Great Mother, the planet itself. The Great Mother is the mother of all things, who guides and nurtures the Nelvaanians. Her shaman passes down traditions through stories and tales that are repeated from one generation to the next, and are often recorded in cave paintings. Nelvaanian tribal tales contain one particularly interesting story, one that, if studied closely, may have helped to predict Anakin Skywalker's eventual transformation into Darth Vader. While on Nelvaan in pursuit of General Grievous during the last year of the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker encountered the Nelvaanians, who, although initially distrustful of the Jedi, as Skywalker interrupted an important rite of passage for one of the tribe's younger males, did bring them back to their tribe. The shaman told the Jedi that the Great Mother's inner fires had seemed to go out, as her tears, her rivers, had frozen, and her cries were carried on the wind. Warriors had been dispatched to discover the cause of the Great Mother's ills, but one by one they disappeared, leaving the women children, and elderly of the tribe alone. Moreover, their shaman had predicted the dawn of an ice age, but this event came on much too suddenly to be natural. Old Nelvaanian lore tells the tale of a one-handed warrior known as the Holt Kazet, or Ghost Hand, who would fight for the Nelvaanians in their time of greatest need. A fierce warrior, the Ghost Hand would lose his hand in battle, but, after taking on a new one, would overcome his limitations and grow to newfound strength. The Ghost Hand is ultimately consumed by his own power, influence that blocks all light and strangles the life from his loved ones. The Nelvaanians believed Anakin Skywalker had the gift of the Ghost Hand. Given this belief, Skywalker was charged by the Nelvaanian tribal shaman with finding the source of the sickness that was plaguing the Great Mother. He discovered that the disappearances of the warriors and the frozen nature of the land were both due to the work of the Techno-Union. Inspired by the cyborg technology used to create General Grievous, the Separatists had created a laboratory in the caverns near the Nelvaanian village. In this facility, they implanted captured male Nelvaanians with cyborg control harnesses, replacing one of each of their arms with a blaster to study how the technology could be applied on a larger scale, in an effort to create advanced fighters that would ultimately replace battle droids. During Skywalker's eventual assault on the facility, the Techno-Union released these mutated warriors to attack the Jedi, but one of them, still in the mutation process, retained some of his sensibilities and was able to reach through to his tribesmen by reminding them of who they were. Skywalker was sickened by what the Techno-Union's Skakoan scientists had done, as the proud Nelvaanian warriors were now monstrosities, and in a fit of rage, Anakin killed the scientists using the Force. The mutated Nelvaanians helped Anakin Skywalker defeat the remainder of the Techno-Union forces and destroy the laboratory. The warriors then returned to their village, and after some initial hesitation, were accepted back into their tribe. That is Nelvaan and the native Nelvaanians. Let me know what you thought of this species in the comments down below, as well as feel free to suggest alien species for future episodes. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching.